to live happier and healthier lives. They contact you with a licensed therapist normally within 48 hours. It's as simple as hopping onto the website betterhelp.com/odablock. Now chances are, listen, there's nothing that I stand by more. I get a lot of messages from you guys to help you help off your thing, gentlemen. These two tiles right here. Ganny and LV Tripper, can you re-dance on these two tiles? Boy, I'm wasting my prayer just so I could get the most out of this. Let me see if these guys could handle it. LV Tripper. Ganny, it looks like we're gonna need some backup. I have to come to your world. Honestly, you could probably come back to this world. It looks like pretty clear here. So we need the dancing to be on these two tiles, right? 1, 2. East of me, now west of me, right? That's how you get this sorted, my brother. Bro, Oda, you're such a hater, then complain about haters on you. All right, elaborate why am I a hater, Mr. Apex Robbie. If you could elaborate on this, I'll shut up. Why am I such a hater? You said, bro, you're such a hater, then complain about haters on you. Elaborate. Give me one example. You spammed it multiple times, so you must have a great example of this. Actually, you didn't even spam it twice. You spammed it 14 times today. You're hating on the best, but you claim you're the best. You know what, bro? Stay... Because I swear to God, I just read what you said, and I still don't understand what you're saying. Let's try to read this together as a stream. Hating on the best, but you claim you're the best. What the f*** does that even mean? This guy's saying riddles. My brother, go drink water. Go drink water, all right? And look at your profile picture on Kick. It's a female with her legs spread open, with her out. Fake that. Stop being horny. Discipline yourself. Have some control. How are you gonna get women when you're a failure at life, Robbie? How? You're bad at Apex. You're bad at life, right? How? You're coming into chat. You don't even know what you're saying either. How are you gonna get her? How are you gonna get her? Elaborate for me. Oda, this guy streams? No, Apex Robbie. What is that? Robbie. No. Brother, you can have all the money in the world and you're still not getting bitches. How about that? God damn, you got bad RNG. That's terrible.
With Matt Damon, Odyssey. Yeah, I gotta think. I gotta sink.
Brother, this was fun. I gotta think. I gotta sink. Odyssey, think, sync. Like, keep that shit hidden, bro. It would have been better on mute. I would have liked you more if that shit was muted. Get it out of here, bro. Oh shit, let's play some tunes on now, guys, alright? I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs. Listen to this one, gentlemen. Be ready.
Girl, pour it for me and stir it for me. Just stir it for me. I'm on sorority. Girls in the dormitory. Then I piss on them.
How many to ban the dude that asked for the song? That was Heeb. I'll sell out Heeb for approximately 6 gifted. Share your mouth. Yeah, he deserves to be banned, honestly, Heeb. Yeah, I'm willing to take him out for a 6er. Yeah, he's one of the moderators of this stream, but I'm down to take him out. You know what? I do go to a Moroccan place, and they were so happy that the Morocco won. Maybe I'll just say Morocco just to make that guy happy. Yeah, support my fellow tribesmen in the community that we buy food from. Oh my God, Kangol, I gotta tell you something. So Serena was supporting Jordan because her family lives in Jordan and like she's from there, blah blah blah, this that, right? So Jordan lost, and then Serena immediately says, you know what, I'm supporting Morocco. I'm 1/8 Moroccan. Did you know that? What? Stop making shit up, bro. She said she's 1/8 Moroccan, so she's supporting Morocco now. What? She's like, my team still didn't lose yet. Yes, it did. Take the L. Jordan lost. Their shit. So I started saying Morocco, she's 1/8 Moroccan. What? What I did in Jordan, Jordan was the name of the gas station attendant down the street. Okay, so I got a spider task here. Let me just grab my collateral. Oda, where's your country though? Palestine? I wish, bro. I wish. Imagine if Palestine was in the World Cup. My God, that'd be crazy. I'd be hella supporting Palestine, bro. That's where I'm from. I'm Palestinian, damn it. I am. I'm a Palestinian man. It's crazy, bro. We're a rare breed nowadays. Can we get a Bloodveld or a Dust Devil task so we could start on the MM2 quest line? All I need is 21k Slayer XP left. Come on, dude. Come on. Give it! Hey, Odablock, if you weren't a streamer, what Middle Eastern scam do you think you would run for a living? I wouldn't be a scammer, bro. Where are you getting this information from? I'm confused. Wow, Allah yinan rikak, bro. Logical told me he's been chasing a Cal Fight task for 3 days, and I've gotten 7 of them in the last 2 days. I can't even skip this task. That's the sad part. It might be worth it to use the Black Mask. I don't even know. The thing is about the Blood Moon set, it makes me hit a tick faster every like 3-4 hits, kind of. Hey, Odablock, I'm so f***ing dry at Tab. and I can't pay for site charges anymore. Give me good RNG. I feel you, bro. Everybody just wants a little bit of Zash, huh? You just want a little bit of Zash. Maybe you just want a scythe. Just one singular scythe and you'll never complain again. Too bad this game just doesn't reward hard work. It doesn't reward if you are better at the game. It rewards the shitters. It rewards people that always the weird mother get the best luck. I mean, take a look at Alfie, goddammit. It's crazy, bro. Oh, remember when you did spiders on the hill in the wild in DMM All-Stars? Yeah, I remember, for approximately 2 minutes. And coincidentally, that spot got checked for the first time in DMM All-Stars history. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, to know what you're implying they're sniping. Nope, I said it was a coincidence, asshole. Don't change up my words, please. Oda, since you used to gamble on RuneScape and sell gold in real life, wouldn't that be haram?
Stop! He's hurting me! Oh, I! Bro, this is a... Of course you make me lose. Of course, it's such a bad luck. I hate... Scornelius! 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 Alright. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ah, shit. I love you.
Remember when I was a young child, I used to go in to the duel arena, and I used to sometimes stake all my high-risk winnings. All of it. Everything that I worked hard for during the week. And, you know, I never bought gold, but I would chuck it to the sky. All the skillful kills I got throughout the week, all the skillful kills that I got that day, I would chuck it to the sky. And guess what? I lost 99% of the time. I was never a lucky man for some reason, bro. I don't know what it is. I think some people are just born with luck, you know what I mean? Like, Alfie would be the perfect example for something like that. I'm f***ing, bro. I am bro. I just got a task at Terrell when I was supposed to get a task at Neve. Oda, how much have you been offered from gambling deals? I'm not gonna sit here and say an exact number, but I will say though that I'll give you like the benefits of it. In 1 month of gambling, if I chose to take one of the gambling sponsors that I got offered, I would make more money than I would make in my whole kick contract for the year, and I would only have to do about 40 hours to 50 hours a month as well, instead of the 160 to 200 hours that I do every month. That's how much gambling pays, bro. It's crazy, damn it. I'm giving you a perception of the haramness, of the shaitan money, of the zivil money. Hey, Oda Block, the world has been giving us the signs of the end is near. Don't you think, Oda? Yep. That's why I gotta take more days off and spend more time with my family, Keitano, don't you think? Because nowadays, like, let's say that there is a lot of you guys in life probably, you know, are living an average lifestyle, or some of you guys are extremely successful where once you hit a certain goal that you just want more and more. And that's why you gotta stop chasing money, Keitano, you know what I mean? Because then you say, oh, once I hit this, I'm done. But then you're capping because you're not done and you're gonna want more and more. See? But the people that don't have the option, you know, to stop what they're doing and they have to grind because they work 2 jobs. Maybe they got a family and they live paycheck to paycheck, right? Some people are blessed and they could be taking more vacations, chilling with the family, but they're just chasing more and more money. God damn it. Relax for a little bit. Enjoy what you've accomplished, damn it. I gotta start taking Sitting and the kids out more, not gonna lie. Oda, can the mods get a raise so we can retire with you? Sorry, bro, I only got 5 gifted this stream by a guy called King Teddy. I can't retire for a while. Sorry, bro. Right now I'm living like Scully. You see how Scully's next to the chest, like laying down right there? Sorry, bro. Take care of yourself and your family, alright? Oh no, Uzi Mingos is trying to call me on Discord. We have a Sector 4, chat. We have a Sector 4. Oh no. Yep, he's already calling me. Hello there, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what up, Dude the Block?
You got the picture still? You got that picture still or no?
I do.
Link it to me in Kick Chat. How you doing today, bro? Talk to me. I already kicked you. Another day, another dollar. Well, here's what I was talking about. Let me see.
And you're just getting paid weekly for it.
I think I worked too hard on
Oh my god, Mo actually leaked it. You know, I got offered 40 grand an hour doing a gambling deal. Swear to God, I'm not lying. He just casually leaked it on the couch. Are you serial? I got offered $40,000 an hour for a gambling company. Swear to God, I'm not lying, by the way. Swear to God, I'm not lying. And I said no. I can't be taking a gambling deal, bro. I will not sell you guys out. I will not sell you guys out, bro. They can't put money in front of me and tell me to do something. That's not the type of guy that I am. Motherfuckers, you can't control me. I will never take it. Even if you put $1 billion in a suitcase, I'm not taking it. Oda, how do you feel after rejecting Iblis? It feels good, to be honest, bro. He tries to play games on me, though, bitter ditter. He goes like, oh, look how hard you're working. Yeah. But you know what it is? He tries to plant these seeds in my brain, the shaitan, the devil. And he tries to get me to take it or think about it. But you know what I realized? My life's great. Like, why do I need to sit there and take a shaitan devil deal? Why do I need to do that? I got 2 kids, alhamdulillah, that are healthy. I got a wife. I got my mother still. My father passed away this year. I think I'm healthy. I'm not gonna take it! I'm not! I swear I'm not! What the f***? What was that? The lightning striking is going crazy right now. Yeah, you didn't take that one, but you were quick to take this job. Uzi Ringo! I'm not going to the tower. You know what? I feel like I would be a great pilot, Uzi. I feel like I would be a great pilot. I'm not even lying when I say that, by the way. No. Oda, you're very respectable for turning that type of cash out. I will never, listen guys, I will never sell you out. I will never take a bad sponsor that's gonna negatively impact my community. You guys will be able to look at Raid Shadow Legends though. Let's go! Man, why did the Raid Shadow Legends sponsor me again, man? So we can act like we like the game and shit. Where's Raid Shadow Legends, bro? You know what's crazy? When I do take them, you guys are such rats. Like, you guys are actual rats. Like, when I take a nice sponsor that has no negative impact, it's just like some random game that I gotta act like I like. Let's just be honest here. You guys will sit there and be like, sell out? Bro, we not trying to watch this. Like, bro, come on, guys. Like, try to look out for 1 hour of the stream, you piece of shit. You piece of fucking shit. Like, just be normal for like 1 hour. Chat always ruins it, bro. No wonder why I don't get sponsored, because the chat acts like Wow, the lightning strikes are kind of different right now. How Oda felt saying he was paying 5 cents a year to his mods. Oda, you're only getting like 1K Slayer XP an hour. Bro, I'm not getting any good tasks. What do you want me to do? Like, every f***ing day, I'm just getting shit tasks. Just give me Dagonauts again at this point. Because my tasks are just so shit, bro. I think I'm gonna have to resort to doing Black Demons and just like doing that tech that we did the other day for XP, swear to God. I'm not getting any Dust Devils, look, how many times have we gotten that the last 2 days, whoever's been watching the stream? Like, bro, come on, bro. I just did the same tasks over and over again, bro. Like, what is that? Oda, my daughter just called you a potato head. Well, call her a amazing girl. I'm gonna have to accept defeat on this one, bro. I can't flame the child. Sorry, my brother Ben KL Robbins. We'll see you tomorrow, alright? You're gonna be banned for 24 hours. Oda, bro, you could smell one and one. Okay, bro. Give me one more ghost that I'm out of here. I'm out of here, bro. Come on, one good task. Oh no. What's going on here? Hello there, son. What do you have in your hand?
This.
Let me see. What is this?
Knife.
Knife?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go to City House, but you have to answer one question.
Yeah.
Come. You ready for the question? I can't believe I'm gonna ask you this one. Who's the best PKer in the game? Hannah or Oda?
I know.
Okay, Haggy. You're gonna go to timeout, Papa. Bye.
I know.
Oh, no timeout?
No.
Hey, Oda Block, I gave you 100 Ellies a while back. Where is it? Nobody's given me 100 Ellies. That is a complete and utter lie. But I'm about to show you how to burst Ankus, alright? So you're gonna go like that, okay? The XP here is pretty ass, but this is one of the, I guess, alright tasks compared to what I've gotten in the last fucking 3 days. So we'll just accept this and smile. Oda's Expo Bracelet worth it on Aberrant Spectres? The thing about Aberrant Spectres is that they drop seeds, right? So I think people do them just for the seeds. I hate the task myself. I wouldn't do it. I would expo the shit out of that or skip it, but that's completely up to you, friend. Maybe you need the seeds on your account, I don't. Oda, why do you use Bracelet of Slaughter on shitty tasks? Now that I'm thinking about it, this should be an expeditious Bracelet task. This task is actually pretty shit. I should have bring one. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to slaughter this. I guess I'm so desperate for a burst task that this one is considered one, and it's just not worth doing either, not gonna lie. Here, all I gotta do is kill 7, so this is the last clump of Ankus that I gotta kill. Yep, it's over. This is the last clumper. Come on, get one good task here, bro, please. I literally only have 10k XP. I'm not even gonna finish the task. I'm gonna stop as soon as I get 69 Slayer. At this point, if I get greater demons, I'm just gonna do it, bro. Or black demons, we're gonna do the tech to speed it up, and I should be able to get the last 11k XP like that. Because holy shit, I'm getting bad tasks. Like, I have no belief in any, like, what is that, bro? Sir, I think I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna need people in Mount Calindium near Cox to do 2 worlds. World 612 and World 613. And I should be able to get the remaining 11k XP. No, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Chat, stop! We are not pinning Fiji water. I'm gonna check this out. I'll be right back, Pete, alright?
Yes.
Thank you, Harry.
Fiji water, if you've been spamming this the whole stream, I'm selling you out for subs, by the way. I'm gonna check your logs. In the block, what are you spamming, bro, for the last couple of hours? In the block, do not let me do this to you. What is that? You've been spamming it for, even last stream you were spamming it for hours. Literally a naked woman humping a teddy bear. Oda Zeb got caught in 4K saying, are you looking for editors to this female? What a queen. Yeah, Odablock sent me. What the f? Odablock sent you? Are you looking for editors? Zeb, are you kidding me? Zeb the Zabber. What female did you do this to? This one. What is this?
Goddess deserves all the losers to send to her.
Zeb, you're fired. You are fired, Zeb. You are fired. I'm finding a new editor, bro. You're fired, bro. I'm done with you.
I'm gonna think it's better this way because like the lobbies are stacked for us because no one's can.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like not points wise.
Yeah, but like they don't care about points.
Chad, do y'all care about like the points or no? I mean, we key either way, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was not kill cap, we'd have like 7,000 points in this, and that'd be like good for viewers, no? Like shotgun here.
Yeah.
What's your suction key? Chill, bro. Can't leak.
Run out of pizza box.
Flo, what's your suction key?
That's not even air combat.
Oh, okay. Good PR. I have no idea what he's talking about either. What does suction code mean, chat? Is that like his pickup line? Oh, you're talking about your pickup line? Mine's a caps lock to pick up
And
guns.
scroll wheel.
Yeah, mine's caps lock. The fuck are you? Oh, there. Why so many ads? I don't know. I explained it. I explained it. If you were there, you were there.
Good flying towards me, right above you, landing on you, I think. There you go.
Oh, I don't see it. You're good, right? 24, 30. How the fuck am I in here?
Relax.
80 above you. Other one's at 84, get him. One.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Yo, these kids they're good kids, bro.
No, they're not. Those kids need a...
Those are great kids, bro. I fucking
Those
love
kids
those
need
kids.
it.
Those are my boys, bro.
Tell you.
I played 500 on spawns with them the night before Grand, so they beat you in game 3. Alright, come here.
swear there was mad people here.
Here, no?
I don't know. They're plotting over there.
Why are they only caught him one game? It's because they got keyed after.
They're dead terrible, dude.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Really?
You're good at the game, dude.
What?
90 cracked. Stone Wars,
Oh, wait. Is my gun gonna shoot? Like, I'm dead, I'm dead.
fucking died.
Okay, we traded.
Fucking
My gun
died.
just didn't shoot like 4 times.
You are fucking ass, man. Oh
Not a
my
storm.
god. Oh. I should claw and get off. Let's get 2 wins and get off. Appreciate you, Royals. Three kills fell off. I mean, bro, the whole lobby stream sniping and dodging us.
I have no movement. Run in. Finding no one.
Heart of shock somewhere.
Give me a second.
I was running towards us. Who the fuck is shooting me?
Yeah, right there. Coming. No, one of them. One center. There's a hunter right there. Right there.
Where?
In swarms, in the corner. Still on that wall, actually. Shot him through the
Fucking pissed on. Hey, real map. Slurp Rush is the greatest map Fortnite's ever created, bro.
I just heard a zip line.
Got hit.
Oh,
Right. Wait, I can't spray my gun. Wait, what? My game's bugged. On my life, my game's bugged. What? Wait, chat. Do I have to spam left click with this gun? What? Since when? Wait. I don't. Why did it just bug?
oh, there's one here.
Nah, I don't want to play a Fortnite bug every fucking game I play, bro. Oh, lurking on you! Lurking on you!
Yeah.
Hold up! 100!
Wait. Crap.
Bro, it doesn't work. My pistol bugged. 100?
To reload.
Oh, you high blocked me, man. In here, no?
Be a kitties.
Hey. In here, in here.
Don't mind it. Really get up here.
Missed again. Feeling it. You want this pistol? I swear it's bugged.
No. I love pistol.
You have one?
No, I'm pistol.
Find it?
Oh. Oh no, I almost made it out. Why is that guy crouching for so long? Like, I don't understand that.
Yo, how?
10 seconds.
I'm dead.
Second. It's just cooked, bro. They can't put
Yo, like,
Gotta run in there. Wait a second. Come try this. Yeah, I'll give you a piece of slice.
how do you bite?
There. We're both low then, because I just got 120.
I'm making spray for next game. I'm dead.
Can you get my buddy?
You can follow me?
Probably not. That master is low.
Yep.
Body on that.
emojis sitting there. Yeah, I believe you.
Absolutely. I think they're going to be into it here. Game number 1. I'd love to hear the crowds here in Brazil as we start off our second semifinal. Yeah, there we go, guys. Man, everyone's ready to go here. And we were right. It's going to be Celts here from Hera, the civilization that until he beat it was undefeated in this tournament. Hera in the blue, big favorite in this semifinal. And ACCM will know that on the other side of the red, playing as the Dravidians.
Yeah, and I wonder if players are going to go for that full feudal approach, or if maybe they're tempted to play like they did in the qualifiers, where players were doing more fast castles, because the Dravidians feel like a Civ, where you have that naval advantage against the Celts, but if you play an extended feudal game, then you're not going to have the same wood eco that the Celts do.
Yeah. Also, the dock position is going to be important here, right? Hera went for back dock a lot here, and now he's going forward dock in the semifinal. We now have a side dock from ACCM. That's going to protect some of his fish, but the big conversation about the dock positions, as always, is where are the whales? You're going to find whales which you can take gold more towards the front. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a whale over there. That's actually really fortunate for ACCM.
That is an amazing dock. That's the best dock I've ever seen on this map. 2 fish and 2 whales. The whales can't be directly behind your island, but they can be to the sides. That's why we see a lot of players side docking. You can go for the whales, take gold, and then skip a mining camp later on, so you're even saving a bit of wood from that.
Yeah. TOS, tell me, is this standard to have this many deer on the map? And I just missed it. There's a lot of deer. It looks like there's more than 4. Is that?
There are 2 groups of 4.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And this is maybe a bit non-standard because we see Hera luring the boar or the javelina with the scout to be as efficient as possible and not use his villager. But that's because he's not worried about a landing at all. If you were worried about a landing, you'd want that scout HP.
Yeah, Hera did that as well in the previous rounds. Just the feeling again of maximum efficiency on the eco. This map is all about water in his eyes. There could be a transport from ACCM. Mr. Yo and ACCM probably game plan together for the separate semifinals, thinking, hey, if we meet in the final, who cares what strategies we've shown each other? They know that the goal is going to be to take down, number 1 and number 2 in the world. So I wouldn't hate ACCM going like Man-at-Arms into water here if you don't trust yourself against Hera straight up on the Navy.
That's interesting because the Dravidians, we talked about the wood bonuses, they have a better timing on their wood bonus where it hits just as you get to the feudal age. So if you wanted to go for Men-at-Arms, I think you have a good usage of that extra. 1, you save the house in the Dark Age, and 2, you get that 200 wood as soon as you hit feudal. So if there's a Civ to go for it, it's probably the Dravidians.
Yeah, the thing is, and we talked about it in the back room, I actually think landings are way less effective when whales are incorporated into the map scripts.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%.
When you go for Man-at-Arms, you can take them off of a resource, right? Well, here you can't take them off the gold to delay their ship production. They can just take it on the water. So I think because you can get food and you can get the gold on the water, water becomes doubly as important here. So we're going to see some boats, just as everyone expected. And maybe we'll be wrong later on, but get ready. I'm really curious on the amount of docks before they click up to Castle Age. I would guess that Hera's going to be on something like 5 before Castle Age.
And Hera's going really aggressive. There are those islands in the middle, and there tend to be fewer whales around the islands. And so far it looks like Hera just putting his fishing ships on the fish and not taking the whales yet. He can get one whale from each of the docks,
Yeah.
but not quite as easily as ACCM can.
Yeah, but you don't really need that much because you have 100 golds and you can just shift over 2 to 3 fishing ships now. I think the ratio I've seen, and I haven't practiced it myself, but it's about 3 on food and then 3 on the whales. So I think that's Hera making that adjustment right now. You don't want to overtake either resource, food, or gold, and the wood eco is the most important thing. We've got 20 on wood for Hera with the Kent wood bonus. It's 21 for ACCM back at his base.
And Hera's opening with galleys, so not the Hulk opening that I think a lot of players has opened with Hulks, then gone to galleys. Here it's just straight galleys.
Well, if that's the case, if everyone's going Hawks, galleys counter Hawks, so that's a pretty damn good opening. ACCM's got a bit of a guessing game to go for as well here. And ACCM is going to open with fires, which actually, he'll find out, pretty good against the galley opening. So this is our new water tech tree, bit of a triangle at play. And yeah, we're going to get into it here. Game number 1, and I really feel ACCM needs this win. If he is going to win, this is the type of map. Any map that has water, that is where you have to beat Hera. Otherwise, you might have very little chances.
And Hera's going to split up the galleys. He'll find the scout, but he wants to sail around both sides of the island, I think, to try to find those docks as fast as he can.
It's actually nice for ACCM. He got to see a galley, so he knows that Hera's opening galleys. If he didn't see that, he still might second guess himself a little bit. So no big issues there.
And he's splitting his fires too. He's trying to intercept both groups of galleys. And here the galleys don't have fletching yet, so this is the best time for the fires to engage.
Yeah, fires have high pierce armor. Hera will see this. But I think Hawks are really just not going to be seen anymore on this map because they're so useless against the docks themselves, and it gives the opponent a chance to recover. So I think both players are going to do a combination of the fires, which are going to be in front, and then the galleys behind, and pretty much the whole game I'd expect for that combination.
Yeah, and as long as you have enough galleys to counter Hulks, you're probably going to stop your opponent from making the Hulks, even if they want to counter the fires. You're mostly going to go galley plus fire.
Resources collected, pretty strong here for the Celts. Remember that wood bonus. Hera has picked this Civ second for a reason. It does make you think a little bit though, because ACCM did pick Dravidians first on his draft. So he put even greater priority on the Dravidians, as Hera says, you've gone a little bit too far, my friends. And ACCM has to back away with the fire.
Yeah, and he's not going to get any fish there. The fires really need to amass several of them before pushing the docks. It's not an early feudal push, which is why I think some players like to go for that galley opening or even the Hulk opening, just because you're not going to be effective until you've actually won a bit of a fight on the water and then can push the docks.
Yeah, so here it's like numbers are even, and you're going to be tempted to say the best way for me to win this now is to go Castle Age. So we may see a market soon and selling of the stone, buying of the food, right? But from what I saw in that Andy Harris series, I learned actually using the market too early is a mistake, and you really just need big numbers right now.
And that's the mistake ACCM made on this map earlier when he played his group stage set against Winchester. That's the game he lost when he went Castle Age too early and lost the water in feudal.
And if you like aggression, I know not everyone's the biggest fan of water, but listen, this is actually exciting stuff that we're talking about going 4 or 5 dock production, because if you don't, you're going to get punished, and that is not what water used to be. Hera's going up to dock number 4, I believe, if I'm getting my count right. And he's going to keep spamming. Galleys and fires coming out. There they are. That's 5 docks now from Hera. This is crazy.
That's what you used to see sometimes with those old Viking galley wars. But here we have one big fight. The fires there in the middle. Who just about even on the ship numbers. I think ACCM has a slight advantage and will have his reinforcements closer to his docks too.
It is 4 dock production from ACCM, right? Each other down. Then it's fire v fire. I think Hera is just really outnumbered in the fires there, so I think maybe a little too focused on the galley micro. And ACCM, 7 kills, 3 deaths so far.
Yeah, that's a great fight and a great opening for ACCM. And he's just going to keep pressuring Hera and continue moving forward. He has to be careful getting close to Hera's docks where his reinforcements will be there. But so far, so good for ACCM.
Yeah, it's tough though. You have a lot of weak boats. You don't exactly have the APM, even at this level, to send individual villagers to repair everyone. It takes a really long time as well. So this could easily swing. I'm still curious though what the resources are going to look like and what the dock count is going to look like. Should also point out where the fish is expanding to. ACCM's kind of running out of fish right now. Unless he shifts his fishing ships to the very back of his island, Hera overextends again, and another ship thrown away there.
Feels like Hera, yeah, maybe a bit more of an easy fishing eco, but that's going to matter if you want to click up to the Castle Age, right? If you're just staying full fuel pumping ships, the fish aren't really as important.
Yep, still no market from either player. 15 minutes into this game, very fast start. Spiker from ACCM has looked on par with Hera's here. The macro has looked on par as well. Remember, the Celts should have the better eco at this stage, but resources collected's even. But it still feels so close. I think we're going to get to Castle Age. It's just a matter of, will we be even? Or will the uptimes be even? There's our first market.
All right, that's ACCM. I think you're going to sell the stone here and then buy food. I mean, is it an option to sell stone and just use it for wood for more docks?
I need you to look top right now. He has 2 ships in queue. So he goes market. This is the same thing we talked about. He goes market, and now he's not continuously producing ships. Hera's got 5 docks producing at the moment. So this is Hera's chance in theory.
Does ACCM feel like maybe he has enough ships he can defend his docks, that he's taken fights that are good enough, he can fall back with the defender's advantage? It's always so difficult to tell that exact moment when you need to go up.
No, it is. I think he shuts it pretty nicely, but anything can happen here. There's a lot of fire in play. There's also lots of those talents behind. ACCM, I think, isn't taking the best of fights, though. I think he needs to back off for now. And Hera ties up the KD, even goes ahead by 1 kill there. So now 12-11 for Hera. We know he's still producing consistently, and he will continue to do so. This is very similar to what happens when Freakin' Andy was against Hera. He clicks up to Castle Age a little faster, or that was the goal, and then Hera pushes back.
And he's not clicking up for Castle Age, he sold the stone, he's floating 500 food, but he stopped his production. We see he's restarting the fire ship production now, maybe a bit of a panic, realizing
yeah,
he made
and he
a mistake.
overextends, right? That's where his rally point was, and suddenly this snowballs out of control quick. This is precisely what we talked about. I think right now on water, it's just spam boats. Forget about Castle Age, take down their docks, but ACCM's galleys and his fighters are just enough. His reinforcements are here. And oh man, what a close fight, T-West. Hera backs away.
And he needs that defender's advantage with the production from his docks, and ACCM, he fell behind really far on KD, but he managed to even it up just there at the end. It's now 24-22 for Hera. And importantly for ACCM, his fishing ships are still alive, but he needs to start moving them around the back of his island, but there will be whales.
Yeah, the galleys are just not going to be incredibly useful. I think it's all about fires right now. You need to keep your galleys alive, of course, but queuing up more galleys is a mistake in my opinion. Your fires are going to take down the docks. Your fires are going to get a lot more value.
And if you're Dravidians, you also have to worry about losing the docks because you might get housed.
Yeah.
And that will devastate your production on these galley fights.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. Both players have been to get their houses up.
And he's up to the Castle Age.
Yeah.
He needs to hold until he gets his Castle Age upgrades down. I think Hera can feel that, and he wants to be aggressive knowing ACCM's clicked up.
When a player backs up like this, there's a reason for it. And Hera also saw the difference in production, right? And so, yeah, he's forcing the issue here. ACCM has to fight here, because if he loses here, he'll lose 2 docks. It's acceptable to maybe lose 1, and he's barely holding on.
And just barely. Hera has so many galleys. It feels like he's falling behind in fire numbers. Maybe that gives ACCM the chance to push him back if he has more fires. But it's such a close fight here. But a close fight is not really what you want when you don't have the production.
Yeah, it's so close right now. Hera senses there's some timing he needs to hit, but at the same time, ACCM is still somehow just barely matching. I'd honestly love to see ACCM get more docks up. I don't think he's producing enough, T-West. I'm not seeing the production. 1 more dock and behind this would have been really nice, and he's going to have to give that one up. And Hera, still not on the way to Castle Age, still just spamming fires. Will he get worried here when he sees ACCM's uptime?
I don't think he will. I think he's right where he wants to be. I think he understands the meta, Celts have a great wood bonus, and he can pull back now, and he can wait for the upgrades, but have more ships when he upgrades them.
Yeah, this is so cool though. Like the way, like the faster Castle Age almost always swings games, right?
And this is so different from how it was played in the qualifier, where it was front dock, fast castle every single game. And these changes to the docks and the fish garrisoning and the patches have really made a difference in the meta for this map.
Okay, ship upgrades on the way. There were some additional docks back here from ACCM. Hera sees that. I don't think Hera's going to have an easy time taking down a dock before any of these upgrades come in.
No.
So he needs to be careful here.
I think Hera's goal is to push ACCM as far back as he can to give himself as much room to retreat and wait for his upgrade.
Yeah, also you can intercept ships like that. There's 1 ship in the north that ACCM's going to lose. That's pretty wasteful.
He might snipe that dock. The fires take them down pretty quickly. Has to be wary of medium warships, as ACCM's going to get that right now.
I think right there, I'm being critical, but it's a semifinal. I think ACCM needed to run past him, sail past him, when Hera was on the underside of that dock and intercept like 4 or 5 ships. Missed out on an opportunity there.
And now it's Feudal Galleys. It always does feel easier to micro the Feudal Galleys than it does the Castle Age ships. They're just a bit smaller and easier to move. So Hera might just enjoy retreating right now, try to do whatever damage he can, but he really needs to buy himself time for his own upgrades now. He's a minute away from the Castle Age.
This is the most critical minute here. We've got the fire upgrade on the way that's going to give them a charge attack. Hera won't have his warships upgrade in for about 2 minutes. I think ACCM should take docks here. Take the docks. We saw Hera do this. Take the production from Hera, and then Hera will suffer. Yeah, look, Hera has to come back in and take possibly a questionable fight because he knows he can't lose his production.
And we have the Siphons upgrade also for the fire ships. That gives them an attack bonus. ACCM with the University to do all of his upgrades too. That's important. Here's the fight. Hera does not have medium warships. ACCM has upgraded fire ships. And this is the fight ACCM wants.
Yeah, and now just shift to the dock. You got a good fight, shift to the dock, take that dock out, and then back away. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Hera has ships queued in there, and that'll eliminate production. And now you're concerned because you know Hera's going to have the upgrades. Get ready to back away if you're ACCM and research that tech right there. That'll allow him to move a bit faster. Hera's galleys, by the way, they're trying to go in. Hera's galleys are just going to get chased down. What a waste from Hera, trying to get sneaky for fish. But he's losing a lot right now.
And faster Castle Age, finally paying off for someone perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a really close game so far. I actually think it's been one of the closest games we've seen on this map the entire tournament. Usually by now the games have been decided, but that is not the case here. ACCM putting up a big fight against Hera, and he has his upgrades now. Hera's got to catch up with the Clinker Construction upgrade.
And the Celts still have that great wood bonus, but the farther we go into the game, the better the tech tree at the dock will be for ACCM.
Interesting. I want to know what HP that dock was at right now.
It's low. It's on fire.
Yeah.
282.
I wonder if he could have stayed there and sniped that. Hera's galleys are out of the picture now. Hera, I don't think has the Siphons upgrade either. And you can kind of sense it. And now the Hawks are going to become a factor for ACCM because there's no galleys for Hera. Actually, I say that there's galleys behind. He's still got the numbers, but this is looking much better for the underdog ACCM.
Look at that KD, 64 to 54. He's starting to pull ahead. Has to be so careful in these fights, but he wants to take it. He doesn't want to retreat here, and I think he's starting to get the advantage with the Siphons upgrade.
I think Siphons made a big difference here. It's fire v fire, but that extra technology has taken down Hera's fires, and Hera probably can't believe it. If ACCM can just continue to push, he can take down the docks and he can win this game very quickly.
Well, ACCM picked Dravidians first in his draft for a reason. He has the fires. He's pushing against the war galleys. Remember, demos are not effective anymore. You don't have a quick way to clear them. The water can really snowball on ACCM now, 87 to 67 KD.
ACCM should win this game from here. He should take down the docks. He should push Hera back. Hera doesn't have good fishing eco. ACCM's moment, his perfect start to the semifinals is this right here. He's got to keep pushing T-West.
He's got to keep pushing, and if he ever stops, he can just turn and destroy docks too. He has different ways he can push now. He's in such a good position.
Yeah, Hera's doing what he can though. The galleys are hitting and running very nicely. I'll give him that. Unfortunately for him, all the new boats are going to pop directly into some pressure here, and ACCM's going to continue to pile on the pressure, and it's just so hard, right? You produce, and it's camped, and you almost lose the ship every time. It's really brutal for Hera.
And that defender's advantage really doesn't matter if you can't get the ships out in time. Now that you've lost the dock positioning, he's going to lose the docks. ACCM will push him with the fires, and this is so good for ACCM.
Yeah, it is. I like the mix of Hawks from ACCM, but honestly, I just stay on the fires because Hera has struggled with that Siphons upgrade. I still don't think Hera's researched it himself. Maybe the resources aren't there, or maybe it was researched and I missed it, but looking there, I don't think it's in. Unless, maybe it's not shown.
I always feel like when I look at Capture Edge, I don't know where anything is. Now that it's in the university instead of the dock, it's in a different location.
I mean, I believe I'm only seeing a charge from ACCM.
Well, here's a question. Is there a way, unless you're noticing the charge, can you click on the ship and see Siphons? I'm not sure
you
if
can. The white bar at the bottom.
The white bar. That's true. The white bar at the bottom will show you the charge attack.
Yeah. Right. But it's interesting because you can see and hear the charge attack. So there's that notification that tells Hera the opponent has a charge, and he has not gone for that yet himself. He's committing mainly to the war galleys. And the war galleys are going to be rather complicated because careening's on the way for ACCM, which gives him the additional armor. I have felt that Hera's weaknesses is the water maps. ACCM's ahead with a lot of important technologies and timings this game.
Yeah, and these water maps, they're so close, and ACCM had just the right moment to click up. And Hera was pushing him, he didn't lose too much, and Hera is now completely pushed back behind his docks. He won't be able to reinforce his ships, and ACCM can pick off all of the docks.
Hera's gonna be like, what? How have I not killed these yet? But it's because of the next upgrade. There's more Pierce armor now, and Hera might just tap out now because his production's canned. ACCM wins game number 1.
ACCM, well, if only this were a best of 1. It's a best of 7. Hera has time to come back, but this is the start ACCM wanted. Also, Hera, second pick in the draft was Celts. Dravidian's first for ACCM, but they both put a really big priority on game number 1.
That's the most important thing here, right?
Well, for ACCM, we saw Yo play Sicilians. You know ACCM and Yo practice together. There's not much wood on the map, and sometimes you pick Sicilians because you get that extra wood from the farm upgrades, and if you don't die immediately, which you can fight with the Sergeants and Donjon, so you probably don't, you get to the late game and kind of have more wood than your opponents.
It's a really risky opening, though. Like, I think ACCM is really going to want something that packs more of an aggressive punch, because
looks like he's going for it.
If you're sitting back, you're going to have some real issues. Let's see. Here we go. And it is the expected picks here. Game number 2, we hear the crowd here, as it will be Hera playing as the Japanese and ACCM as the Sicilians. This map, your wood, your berries, your stone, your gold, everything is in range of some type of tower or aggression. So you have to be very aggressive to hold the map control here.
Everything is forward, and you have a bunch of cliffs, so there's nothing in the back of your base. You can wall yourself, but when you wall, you're not really protecting anything. You're forced to go forward.
Yeah, Hera's got an interesting situation where he actually can wall a little bit. These two wood lines are pretty close together. So you see the wood lines are separated for ACCM. At Hera's base, he's got that house in between two wood lines there. That's pretty nice. Just to give him a little bit more safety, but the gold's still very exposed on the left-hand side.
And both of his golds are together, so if ACCM gets forward and gets a Donjon in the right position, that's going to be nasty.
Yeah, it's so tough, though, right? Because how are you supposed to get there? Like, you're going to have to walk forward, and Hera will have the fastest man-at-arm build possible on this map with the fastest attacking man-at-arms. If ACCM survives the first 5 minutes, then his civilization can work out, but like defending from that, not so easy here.
Oh, he's forward with the build, taken from the Foxes. Remember, you can build the Donjons now in the Dark Age, but they don't shoot any arrows until you actually get up to the Feudal Age, and you can't make the Sergeants until you're Feudal.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about where you'd even build it here, because your berries are on the left, your wood's on the right. You almost want, if you're going to build the dungeon here, you almost want all your resources together, but that never really happens. So decisions to make there for ACCM.
Well, that's what makes this map so tricky. You need to find a way to protect your wood, protect your gold, protect your stone. There's something that you can protect, and it's hard to deny everything from your opponent, but figuring out the right way to place your towers or pressure your men-at-arms is the key.
Yeah, Hera just going to push in some deer. Both players trying to get some additional food. The boars here only have 300 food, so it's a bit tougher to get the food required for men-at-arms, and Vodka zooming in on the famous Brazilian fox over there.
I needed something on the map not really native to the region, but sometimes you just put stuff there for gameplay reasons.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's actually been something that some players have taken advantage of. Hera hasn't gone for any foxes, but he's going to be happy to just mine the gold, and he's got plenty of bonuses with the Japanese.
Yeah, and remember, the Foxes have 35 gold each, and you don't need to drop them off. The villagers just collect from the Fox, and the gold goes straight into your inventory.
Yeah, which is very unique. Typically, you have to collect a resource and take it somewhere, but that's not the case here.
And both players just enjoying pushing in their deer, and up to the Feudal Age at similar times. Donjon in front of the berries, so Sergeants might be what ACCM goes for. Also, what do you think of the Donjon location prioritizing the berries over maybe a gold?
If you think of the ratio of villagers that you need collecting, you need so much more on food than you do gold here, right? Even if you mine gold, it's 2 on gold. If you're taking food, you're going to want like 10 or 11. So I actually really like that. Missing out on your berries would hurt. And also, he already collected gold with the foxes. So I think he's factored all of this into his builds. He's not really going to need the gold. He needs the other resources protected.
And he's really walled that right side of his base. The tricky thing about going to Sergeants, as you said earlier, the Japanese have such a fast men-at-arms rush. Yep. ACCM will need to produce after he gets to the Feudal Age, and Hera already has the militia on their way forward.
It's not what Hera would have wanted, right? He doesn't want to see a dungeon on the front. He doesn't want to see a good base structure that he can't immediately attack. This loop around from Hera, he's desperate for some damage, but like, is that what you want to do right now? Can't ACCM see you?
ACCM even walling from the edge of the map to the town center, making sure those militia can't get to the back. don't think Hera will get in here. I think he'll just loop around to see that it's walled.
This is so smart from ACCM. He needed to defend from the early attack. He has so far, and Hera is questioning whether or not he can attack anything at the moment, but it's still Japanese. The Sergeant's actually able to go forward now, and ACCM has left himself exposed! He has the villagers there! He did everything else, but this is the easiest thing, is just keep one villager walled, and the archer range villager goes down.
He was hoping the Donjon would keep them safe, but Hera decided to dive. Hera hasn't even done Men-at-Arms, just looking at now. He did double attacks first, focusing on the eco. Can ACCM wall the Bill? Yes, he can.
Hera's got to protect himself as well at the same time. This is going to be tough for both, but it should actually be a bit tougher here for ACCM. That's Man-at-Arms, and Hera isn't attacking because Hera is losing villagers at home. Can the villagers survive here? Wow, Hera was so busy against the Sergeants. He might even overextend here as well.
Oh, can ACCM save that villager?
Nice
no!
block.
Hera gets the kill. Nice blocking just outside the TC range. The Sergeant's though is still forward. He's desperately trying to wall.
Oh, this is so interesting, right? ACCM says, screw my vills. I'll lose a couple, as long as Hera's losing villagers as well. And Hera's villagers are blocked off, and Hera's getting massacred here.
That's now 3-2 Bill kills. Can ACCM get another? He's close to the TC. Hera will try to wall. He's moving to the gold, though. That is a risk.
But that's the most important thing. Both players are not mining golds, so they can't continuously go for their follow-up. And in Hera's case, he only has 21 golds. So he actually has to bring the Man-at-Arms home to clear this. Then maybe he can get more on gold to make archers.
And now, what do you prefer as a follow-up? Archers, or do you just go skirms?
I like 2 archers. You go 2 archers if you have the gold for it. Neither player does, but the idea is to mix in some archers against the infantry, and then you want to go skirms against the opponent's archers.
And who wins Japanese Men-at-Arms against Sergeants?
I'm going to go with the units that are low HP, or sorry, not low HP.
That are high HP?
Yep.
I think so too. That's one very low HP Sergeant, and Hera still has the Scout there.
Yeah.
Try to be as annoying as he can with the Scout, but he really wants to keep the Scout alive.
Yeah, but the beauty of having that dungeon is you can actually fall back and you can just heal them up ever so slowly if need be. I think this is ever so slightly wasteful from ACCM. To be honest with you, while he's had a great game, imagine if he just walled up those vills at home and then hit Hera. I think he could have a much bigger lead than he has right now.
Yeah, and Hera's just going to try to risk that Scout to draw some archer fire, but I don't think ACCM's going to fall for it.
Yeah, ACCM should not fire on that Scout at all. And surprised that we see the fight here, actually. Because Hera's underneath the donjon.
Exactly like you said, fall back to the donjon, let the donjon do the work.
Yep, heal up the weak ones. 8 military for ACCM, 5 military versus Hera. ACCM has held the first 5 minutes of Feudal Age. This isn't a bad spot for him at all.
I think I prefer his position. And one thing he's missing, though, is that farm upgrade. We know the Sicilians get extra wood from that farm upgrade. Long term on this map, you don't have much wood, and that's what I've been hearing players say about the Sicilians. They like those farming upgrades.
Yeah, I think you got to get fletching first. Once you get fletching, you could be okay. Again, Hera not prepared to deal with the continuous pressure, and another villager goes down. So far, this series has just been ACCM. It's so well played. I mean, I love the lack of fear here, right? So many people are going to have fear against Hera, and they don't go aggressive. They don't feel like they can do anything against him. But facts remain that ACCM can do so, and is doing so far.
And this is wonderful. Look at that 10-6 military. He's breaking through, forcing Hera to quick wall, and he has skirms to deal with Hera's archers now. I don't think Hera can push this back. And that gold's exposed now.
Yeah, that's good from Hera, though. This relieves a little bit of pressure. Like, him arriving there does stop the reinforcements, but notice how ACCM says, I'm not chasing you. He goes, all right, go ahead. I'm just going to go here again, because I know I can do some damage to your eco.
And remember, in the long run, ACCM 3 more bills on stone I just saw there. If he does sergeants, he can build more donjons with them.
Really surprised we haven't seen fletching from either player, though. I think maybe it's just a resource issue, but fletching seems so important, especially for Hera, who's behind in this game. Like, you got to get your upgrades here.
Now it looks like we have a skirm war, 8 skirms to 5. And at this point, it becomes harder to use the archers when there are so many skirms out. And it seems like these players are not continuing to commit to men-at-arms. Or, well, ACCM is making another sergeant.
Yeah, if you can win this fight here with fletching, then you can use your sergeants and you can tower and take Hera off gold. It's actually a huge moment in the game.
That would be beautiful if you can get a donjon up forward on that gold. Because they're both in that same spot. One donjon denies both of them.
I mean, unless I'm missing something. I mean, it's just, he has the blacksmith. He just isn't getting the upgrades right now, ACCM. It's there, but maybe he's so focused on the fights. Hera's getting fletching, so Hera will have the range unit advantage.
He wants the donjon. That's going to be nasty on the wood and both golds if he puts it right there.
I think, yeah, let's...
Oh, there he goes.
Let's try it and see if he can
Or not.
force Hera's hand. See what Hera does here. Hera might need to counter tower this. Again, no fletching.
So the sergeants are kind of weak. Maybe the skirms could try to pick them off, but yeah, there he goes, that counter tower.
Yeah, still no fletching. Hera has fletching. He goes for the counter tower. He sees the sergeants are weak. With fletching, he's taking down the sergeants pretty quickly. This could be really good for Hera. I think the position for ACCM is there where with some minor tweaks to the decision-making, he can put Hera in some big problems, but the lack of upgrades is going to give Hera a shot here. I think Hera might attack the base of this dungeon. He's attacking the sergeants first. This is good focus firing. And then there's not going to be a lot to garrison. Hera might just go full send at this.
Wait, can ACCM construct this donjon? How close is it? He pulls back. He's not going to finish the donjon. 97%. He's trying to dodge the tower fire, but he pulls the sergeant back. He needs to send more sergeants.
Yeah, and that's more resources he's spending without getting fletching for his ranged units. And the fletching also affects the dungeons as well, right? He's bringing in more. Hera knows he's going to come finish this eventually. And there it is. It's up. But does it fire enough arrows when you don't have the sergeants to garrison? It's complicated for Hera, though.
And when you don't even have the archers to garrison, because the archers are what really add more arrows to it.
Yeah.
But it's a tower fight. If he gets more sergeants, he can just run the base of Hera's tower and try to take down the tower.
And where's Hera going to take wood? Hera's going to take wood here. There's skirmishers here. Where's he going to take farms? That could get dungeoned as well. Like, Hera's trying to go Castle Age, but Hera has a long time to wait until he makes it to Castle Age. This is a lot of pressure.
And if Hera moves, he is the Japanese, so at least he has cheap lumber camps, but every wood line for him is forward, and right now ACCM can follow him and track with the skirms.
Wow, so ACCM, sensing this is going Castle Age, actually sells stone, buys food, so he's trying to get up. And Hera is actually getting Wheelbarrow now, and he's going to wait a while. He cancels Wheelbarrow. I was going to say Wheelbarrow takes a really long time, and Hera needs to get Castle Age, so he's on the way now.
And ACCM decides to rush the tower. Hera pops out with Vils and tries to fight the sergeants, but underneath the donjon.
Man, I can't help but feel like what would be if ACCM has had fletching this whole time, right? Like, the dungeon would be ranging more units there.
Be doing more damage to the
skirmishers-
Vils, most importantly, I think.
Yeah, like the skirmishers would be contributing a lot more in these fights.
But the tower goes down, and now Hera has no gold.
Yep, Hera no gold. There should be more gold though, right? Like, I think he can maybe take a risk to the right. Oh, he's taking foxes.
And he'll look for a mining camp.
Does he look for a fox? Okay,
He has to see it.
yeah, he can find that. So that'll be a little bit of gold income for Hera.
And again, Japanese cheaper mining camp if he builds the mining camp out there.
Yeah. ACCM's got to think about that as well, though, right? Like, he's got to move this direction because he knows Hera is going to be starved for gold.
It's almost like Coast Arena at this point, where if you're pushed on the front, you try to get to the golds on the side. It's kind of that same shape of the map, where you have that circle at the front, you get one spot denied, and you need to sneak out the other side of your walls.
I think if Hera senses that ACCM is not protecting the other dungeon, he could make a run for that at some point here. That is still very weak on the left-hand side. So
Can you make a run for something that can make sergeants, though?
you can when it's that weak. Like, that is super weak, and I don't think there's any units.
There he goes.
Hera's
There
going to
he
make his
goes.
move.
Has two sergeants. Is that enough?
Let's see. You can attack with one and repair with one and produce another if you're ACCM, but he has to notice this right away. This could be a huge positional loss for ACCM if he loses this. There he goes.
Yeah, he could kill Vills here. Remember, Hera can't garrison anywhere. He's up to the castle age, but he'll lose a Vill or two here at least.
Still no fletching, still no armor, not a single blacksmith upgrade for ACCM. Meanwhile, Hera is getting Bodkin Arrow, and Hera's going to have access to knights. Dungeon down. Hera lost villagers, but he can now reclaim that gold.
He has a low HP Vill right on the edge of the wood line. He's trying to pull it back, and he's opening with a knight to deal with the skirms.
That knight is really bad sign for ACCM. He's not going to be happy to see that. And I think his best unit here is going to be the sergeants. He's still producing more skirmishers. The Hera will take down these sergeants so fast.
With Bodkin. Remember, ACCM needs to get to the castle edge to get more armor for the sergeants, and if he doesn't get there, now with Bodkin, Hera can take them down pretty efficiently with the skirms.
Ooh, man, it's a risk, but I like the energy here from Hera because he knows he has the tech advantage. He is back on the other golds. Sergeants from ACCM are going there. Hera going for quick walls now. This is some crazy quick walls. He's going to get the quick walls, but now there's sergeants here, and now he reaches Castle Age. I think Hera's villagers might need to run here.
Are there enough sergeants there? I think there are. Now they're in the Castle Age, and ACCM's getting the armor upgrade in just a moment, so now the sergeants will be so much better. Just a few seconds completely flips that sergeant versus skirmisher fight.
Yeah, Eco's completely safe for ACCM. He's just sending full pressure at Hera. Hera's doing a great job, but this is not so easy. And the sergeant's getting the increased stats is such a big thing here. The dungeons as well. The dungeons are much stronger than they were too.
Yeah, that's a monastery for ACCM. Looks like he wants to also go for relics. So important if you have the map control of the sergeants to pick the relics up while you have a chance.
The thing is, like, Hera's invested most of his resources into, like, Bodkin, and Bodkin Arrow on skirms doesn't actually do a ton at the moment. If ACCM can conserve his sergeant numbers, this gets extremely difficult for Hera.
And Hera has no upgrades on the Knights. Because he spent it on Bodkin, he can't afford anything for the Knights. And if he gets pushed off of that gold again, it's going to be no Knights. And then in the Castle Age, you have options for Siege. Hera has no bills on wood. He's got 4 wood in the bank.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's not gold, it's wood. If it's not wood, it's gold. All of these resources on the front are just so difficult to take. If ACCM can be patient here, he will get 2 wins in a row against Hera. This is so good from him. Hera's getting desperate on the left side now.
Hera's trying to run. He still somehow has a score lead, but it feels like ACCM is just in such a better position. It feels like he's the one dictating what happens in the game.
Will he see the Bills? He didn't see them. I mean,
the Bills are kind of idle out there. They're not really doing anything. They're just running.
But, like, if that sergeant sees that mining camp, those Bills are dead. And then these Bills still need to be protected. Hera's in full desperation mode.
And the tricky thing is if you chase with sergeants, you can't be quick-walled out because they can build a donjon.
Oh, and did he see that?
He sees it.
No, he doesn't see it.
His sergeant...
His sergeant sees it.
Yes, he sees it. He'll auto-attack. ACCM might still not see this, but his sergeant does.
Yeah, and I don't think Hera's going to be looking there either. Another donjon's on the way up. How can Hera stop this? Hera can't stop that donjon, which means he can't take that gold, and those vills on the other side are not going to be enough. This is a nightmare for Hera.
Another sergeant on the way, and as long as Hera has those vills on the left, maybe he has a chance. This all comes down now to scouting for ACCM. Does he find where Hera is? Oh, that mining camp, he's losing all the vills.
This is so good. ACCM just needs to hold the position. He doesn't need to push anymore. He needs to think about upgrades. He needs to play patient. That's what Hera would do if Hera had the lead. Hera is known for not exactly going for the full-on kill once you have the lead. Just take your time. The Ram's on the way, and if this gets spotted, this might be the GG moment. The villagers on the left have been spotted.
And where does Hera take anything now? ACCM is scouting the map properly. He's sending the sergeants over. Hera's trying to run again. At least he has wheelbarrow, but ACCM is aware that he's in that location. There's nowhere for Hera to run.
Hera needs one big fight. He's been healing up his knights. He's getting some upgrades he didn't have. He can take down the Scorpion. Maybe he can get a free monk there as well. ACCM's really preoccupied on the villagers. And so he's losing some of his siege and his monks. But I mean, the economy efficiency for Hera is just awful to us. It's just awful.
It's so easy for ACCM to chase and put one sergeant on the vills and the rest of your army ready for a fight.
Yeah. Hera just can't lose knights. I guess if you're going to lose vills, you can't lose knights. You need to hope to get enough knights to just completely clear the sergeants. But how? How? There's sergeants everywhere.
And he fights under the donjon. He's going to have arrow fire in the fights too.
Yeah, he's trying. He's going to stack up.
He's taking it.
Again, the upgrades for ACCM have not been fantastic this game.
The monk.
The monk comes out of the dungeon. It doesn't get the conversion. Does Hera have a chance? Does Hera have a chance? He's clearing the army. The sergeants are all in different positions.
Does ACCM need to think about spears or maybe the pikeman upgrade to the donjons now if he sees that many knights?
No, I think with the skirms there, it's not really worth it. I think just get this additional armor upgrade and hold the line. More sergeants, more dungeons to produce the sergeants. You still got a good position. My goodness, where's Hera even taking wood right now?
He has 4 vills on wood. He is so lucky that he has the cheap drop sites this game. He's been using them and running back and forth.
Yeah. Dungeon's still up. The Scorpion will move in. Hera needs to take care of these monks if he can. He also needs some time to heal up. And he needs to pray that's not a conversion. It's not a conversion.
Well,
which is crazy.
Have the knights. The sergeants are cheaper than the knights. There are so many donjons. They can build more if they get knocked down. He picks off the Scorpion. Does he need elite skirm just for better skirms here too?
I want to see upgrades. I don't even think he has squires, right? Like his sergeants are so slow. I think with squires, he has a little bit more mobility.
Oh, looks like he does have upgrades. He needs some blacksmith upgrades too.
Hera's going for +2 attack at the moment, so he's
upgrading the knights.
Yeah, but also, like, let's just say ACCM chills here. Doesn't he still win?
Look at his build lead, 58 to 42.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as he doesn't give up all the map control, he even has some relics now. He has the first relic in a great monastery to collect more in the middle of the map. And still, how does Hera knock down all of those donjons? He can take them maybe one at a time, but I don't think he can keep taking fights if ACCM's army's there.
Yeah.
Does he want to fight this?
I like the patience here from ACCM. He's maybe not going to be so patient after all, though. He's going in with his skirms to try and snipe the monks. He has to snipe some monks here. If he loses all his skirms, Hera can get conversions, and all the skirms go down. Hera is barely holding on here. I think ACCM doesn't realize because of the score how good his situation is.
Yeah, he might not. He's trying to do another donjon. He has so many sergeants building it, but he's still not going to get it up. He can fall back to the donjons to help against the monks, though. That helps so much if the towers can shoot the monks and keep them away from converting.
No fletching. So the dungeons still do not contribute that much in the fights. ACCM needs a deep breath. He needs +2 armor. He needs devotion. He needs fletching. He just needs some upgrades. And for Hera, you can never lose a fight here. You max out every engagement. This is T-West. I've seen Hera win a bunch of tournaments. He's always vulnerable at times, right? There are times where people have better strategy, but he can pull these back. This is like, Hera wins this. You're like, okay, we've seen this before. Hera's going to go to the finals. The underdog needs to win these types of games against him.
And here, does Hera dive here? 2 donjons, a bunch of sergeants, some conversions for ACCM, and he pulls back. He gets a bill and pulls back. He's so good at making these judgment calls of when he can fight and when he can't take fights.
Yep.
And he's so good at just moving units around the map without losing them, too.
Can we see ACCM's Fog of War for a second? Because, like, I'd like to see a little bit of outposting, but I think he does recognize that there's not much more for Hera than right here. So if Hera can't push out of this position, he's in a very poor position long term.
And he's trying to move with the knights and the skirms. If ACCM gets a good mangonel shot on those skirms, that might end the game, because then the monks convert the knights. Those skirms are so important for Hera, even though they're just feudal age skirms.
Dude, this is the slowest moving army I've ever seen. Like, it is infuriating.
Squires, there we go.
Thank you. It is infuriating to watch. Hera with the stack patrol there. As before some big upgrades come in, and stack patrolling is so OP with melee units.
But it's melee versus melee. ACCM can do it too. He's going for the mangonel. The monks maybe not in position to convert, but he stops for a moment.
There's monks on the other side. The skirms are out of position. Hera's skirms are going down. He accidentally clicked a chicken, and it's full upgrade sergeants finally for ACCM.
He's pushing with the ram, the mangonel, chasing the knights away. Hera's not able to take a fight like he wanted to. He's trying to save the knights, but loses the skirms.
Oh my god.
This just looks better for ACCM as he actually takes the score lead now.
I don't know though. There's 6 monks. There's 6 monks, and Hera will have enough stone to build a castle. If Hera gets 6 conversions, he inherits the upgrades that ACCM has gone for, and then he can drop a castle. This will come down
But
to a
ACCM,
castle.
he can drop a castle, and he's Sicilians. He has the faster building castles.
Let's see. I have no clue how this is going to go. I think Hera should have lost this game 10 times. I think ACCM got really nervous. I think ACCM has been feeding a little bit of army here. Will Hera send all his vills here? You might build it underneath the dungeon as well, to be honest.
Is ACCM going to take this fight? This feels like this might be the fight Hera wants more than ACCM. The monks are there for Hera healing.
I can't tell. I can't tell. I'm double checking the HP, but there's villagers in the HP bar. So it's all about the knights. It's all about the army in the middle, and the sergeants are tanking. There's no conversions on either side. The production's got to be there. ACCM will drop a castle. More sergeants are on the way. Hera's monks are converting. Will Hera bring his own vills? Hera's winning the fight. Hera's getting conversions again. Castle going up for ACCM.
And it feels like ACCM didn't have to take that fight. Hera gonna try to drop a castle on the Sicilian castle, and he realizes the Sicilians and falls back. He can't do that castle right under ACCM's, but now he sees ACCM's castle. He can put his castle wherever he wants.
Interesting. I mean, we've got Pikeman now for ACCM, which feels like a good play. Because he's been having issues. The game saver for Hera really has been the monks. Fletching, again, would contribute with the castles and the dungeons. All of these buildings should have fletching, and ACCM needs to delete that knight. He's not able to notice. He's not able to keep track.
There's so much going on for ACCM. No more skirms for Hera, so the pikemen might be a bit more effective now that the skirms are out.
Yeah, I know, like, you gotta stack your military units for you. The way Hera's stacking up his knights gives him such better engagements, and ACCM just isn't really doing that. But there are the pikemen now.
Now he has the pikemen.
Where's Hera place his castle, T-West?
He's got
needs
a
a
big
big
stack of
position.
gold somewhere, right? He's running out of gold in his main base. The donjons are coming forward for ACCM. He can build them with villagers too. Is that a good castle spot? It protects 2 golds. I think it has to go there. 2 golds in a wood line.
I think ACCM's going to run at it, and I think if he garrisons there, villagers could be in trouble, but I guess the monks are on the left, and Hera will place his castle. Yeah, it doesn't actually change the situation, though, does it? He still can't really take that much more golds.
He can't take the forward gold underneath ACCM's castle. And his back gold still is running out since that's the one he's been taking. ACCM has a hole in the wall, and the converted sergeants can raid his wood line. It's a lot of knights, but now the pikemen don't want to fight under the castle, and crucially, Hera has Bodkin to zone off more map with the castle.
Listen, this isn't about, I'm not biased towards one player or another. I'm biased towards fletching when you have 18 dungeons and 10 million castles. Like, the lack of fletching is hurting ACCM so badly right now. He would be ranging so much more in these engagements. And it's giving Hera an opportunity to just skirt around the outside, get some wood, and maybe now he can make Samurai here. Samurai might not be a bad play for Hera.
That's true. That counters the sergeants, counters the pikemen, and that would be a great play.
I think he should. I think he's got enough knights already. I think Samurai are a very fast-producing unit from one castle as well. Nice job from Hera. He's used the converted units to get raids and also to kill monks. And I also noticed that both players are starting to make Rams to West.
Rams push the castle. Also, look at that resource collected difference. ACCM up by 10,000 extra resources collected.
Yeah, but if you think of the cost of the units that he's feeding to Hera time and time again, I think it's actually pretty close in terms of the values the armies have gotten. Hera has 50 kills. That's mainly on sergeants this game, and that's not factoring in any conversions he's gotten as well.
And here you have the Rams. Do you think it's worth it for ACCM just to do a mangonel to defend the castle from a ram push? Or would the Knights just go in and snipe it?
I think he wants a big fight here, and I think maybe he'll drop a castle here thinking that Hera's going to run out of resources. Hera can't build another castle of his own. And yeah, there goes the sergeants and the pikemen lined up there. We still don't see the castle yet, but it's ACCM, so I'm expecting the Bills to be coming here shortly.
And where does he put the castle? Does it have to go on that left side? Could he sneak a castle on the right side, maybe long-term control the golds with a castle when the armies aren't there?
Maybe. I mean, you already do have control over that area. I kind of like it right here. You just saw the Bills from Hera. You know Hera's backed away into the corner again. So I would full send it in this position.
So many monks, though. I don't know if you can take that fight for ACCM. Here comes the Samurai.
Well, there's only 5 units. So maybe you can turn around and engage, actually. The Rams from ACCM are going down. So he's choosing to go in with Lonely Rams, which I don't love. The Hera Samurai will engage. Yeah, the Ram ended up going down there.
What does ACCM have to fight Samurai? Nothing. He has to hope they run under his towers and castles.
Yeah, and he has to hope he gets fletching, so he can actually hit those Samurai. To be fair, though, Hera doesn't have any infantry armor whatsoever. So that's something that Hera really needs to get for the Samurai.
Is he going to take this fight? It feels like he wants to. I don't know if he wins it. There is the castle right on his TC.
I mean, if you're worried about this one, you might as well go for that one. Hera's not taking engagements here. He's just waiting for conversions. And Hera losing that farming eco is going to be horrible. His eco's already been behind. That'll make it 10 times worse.
And Hera doesn't have any stone right now. He can't do a counter castle. I don't think he can stop it. He's trying for a town center just to keep the Bills safe.
Notice the shift from ACCM. He says, I'm not going to engage all the time now. I'm just going to be patient. And I'm going to wait for you to come to me. And if you're not going to take the map, I'm going to take it from you. It's been a very nice adjustment from ACCM. And Hera, again, it's like, where's he going for resources?
Does that TC get denied? Does ACCM move? Does he fight? Does ACCM fight?
He doesn't see it. He wants the relic.
He just wants the relic. He says, you can have that TC, I'll have the relic.
But now he's gonna like make the monks. He's like, I can do this too. I can convert your army as well. And it's still a massive villager lead for ACCM, and Hera can't take resources.
And as long as they both have monks, they'll both get a third castle from ACCM on the TC.
Hera has to fight. Hera has to fight. There's no choice here. There's no choice here. He has to engage. They go past each other here on the stack. But Hera's units aren't actually engaging, and there's no way this castle gets denied.
ACCM is going to do it. That's why he let the TC goes up. He says, you build a TC, I'll let you do it. I'll build a castle. ACCM is winning the fight.
Crazy, crazy, dude. What is the start to this semifinal? ACCM. What a performance here. He's definitely the underdog.
And he's up 2-0. He's up 2-0 over Hera T90.
Wow. Crazy, dude. Crowd's loving it. Crowd's loving it. And I mean, this is what a LAN's all about, right? This is the energy you want to see from the crowds. You can play standard game. ACCM does not need anything gimmicky here, anything too crazy. Here we are, and let's see if Hera can turn this ship around here. Down 2 games in the best of 7, which predictions would have told you was not going to happen.
Yep, and this is Cedos Courageous, and Hera will be picking his very first overall pick, the Maya. ACCM going towards the end of his draft, his second to last pick Civ in the Tatars.
Yeah. First thing I wanted to look at here is the gold positions, because occasionally one player can get a gold position rather forward, and it doesn't look like we have that. They both have a back gold available. A little surprised Hera's getting Loom right now, T-West. You don't have to do so. Unless
You might
you
just feel it smoother.
I don't see how, but maybe I'm missing something. My initial thought was he would actually bring a villager forward with his eagle and try and lame. But yeah, it just gets Loom. He still should have a villager advantage long term, and very fast mining camp from ACCM as well, which is also surprising.
Right, and the Maya, usually on a standard game, you start with 4 vills, so you're housed right away, and you have to do Loom at the start. With the 9 vill start, you start with 2 houses, so as long as you get your eco rolling properly, you can skip Loom if you want to.
Yeah, so it just the reason it's weird is you're down a vill a bit earlier than you really need to be, but there's the mining camp as well from Hera. So I guess it's going to be Archer opening for both.
And he's going for the early mining camp. The Maya are a Civ that have the discount on their Archer line, and they can overwhelm you with numbers, with crossbow numbers. The Tatars for ACCM picked because this map has tons of hills around it, and they have an extra bonus when they're on top of the hills.
Also, majority of the games have been scouts, transitioning into walls, transitioning into cav archers, and the Tatars have fantastic cav archers. So the fact that we're seeing the range as the plan already for ACCM tells me maybe he's expecting some type of militia play from Hera, but that's not going to be the case.
And when I look at Hera's map, I think it's particularly hard to wall compared to some other generations on this one, which makes the scouts a bit more valuable because they can get in. I'm looking at that big gap on the left side of Hera's base between the 2 wood lines over there.
Yep.
I don't think you can go that far forward to wall.
So the benefit of the Mayans is your resources last longer and you have the extra bill, and your archers are cheaper. The Tatars, look at all the leftover food. That lasts super long time. So basically, ACCM, while he doesn't have any direct archer bonuses, he doesn't need to put villagers into farms nearly as fast, which means he can invest the wood into the archery ranges and the blacksmith faster than Hera can, in theory.
And they have to be careful in this fight. ACCM, if he ever gets a hill bonus on the Eagle in the Dark Age, he'll take the fight, while otherwise he really wants to wait until Feudal.
Yeah. ACCM could have actually chased that down a little bit, choosing to build a very forward barracks, and Hera could see that, and he's actually going to back away. But Hera didn't see the gold, so Hera doesn't know what the build is, and it's going to be the same for ACCM until he scouts something at Hera's base.
And Hera walling, trying to be fully walled, but those walls, he has a lot of wood in the back, but they expose his TC, and this is a really tricky map for him to play.
Yeah, I actually don't mind it, though. I think if you try and wall incorporating your berries, it's way too difficult and leaves yourself too exposed. You want wood and you want gold. He's going to have both of those things. So that's not bad. And when you have the villager lead, you're always going to be happy in Hera's position. So
what kind of worries me, though, is that the TC isn't included in the walls. And if he wants to make vills and send them to the back, he might be leaving openings that scouts can get in.
yeah, I'm wondering how much Hera saturates his berries here. And even when the mill goes up, because he doesn't actually need to go mill right now. But I think it's like he's trying to get it out of the way so he can just transition into farm safely around the TC. The mill's gone the way for ACCM, which is also way faster than I expected, to be honest. So I think I'd like to see the scouting, but I don't think either player knows the other's going archers right now. Hera doesn't see the range. He saw the golds. And ACCM hasn't seen the golds or the range yet either.
Yeah, and the builds these days mean you do the range before the mill usually. Use ACCM with the Feudal Age Scout now, ready to fight the Eagle, and he should be able to kill the Eagle if he can catch it properly. The Scout is stronger in the Feudal Age.
Yeah, Hera's just going to trade the HP there. It'll be very close, actually, but the Scout should always win that. And that's always good for ACCM, just to have that vision. Especially because Hera doesn't know exactly like how the walls are shaping up for ACCM, or even where the archer range is.
Yeah, now the scouting that Hera has is the scouting that he's going to have for the next few minutes. ACCM will be playing without Hera knowing exactly what he's doing.
ACCM needs to know, though. He needs to use that Scout, and let's see if Hera has an opportunity to snipe it.
And here we're seeing the weakness of the Maya, that you lose that Eagle in the Feudal Age to the Scout.
And he's going to look. He should check to the left of it. He sees the archer range. No flag. No flag means Hera probably moved out. Maybe some paranoia for ACCM because he's not fully walled on that left-hand side. Even getting Town Watch now.
He's almost fully walled, though. The Jaguar going to slow Hera down.
Yeah, Hera backs away here.
That's what I like about the Predators on the maps. Since like I add them to the maps, I'm fighting Hera right now.
I can tell you Hera didn't enjoy that. I guess it's pretty accurate if you actually would fight Hera, you'd die very quickly. Like the Predator?
I think anyone would die to a Jaguar pretty quickly.
Okay. Well,
Oh, there it is.
there's
Look at
another
him.
one. Well, Hera just backed off here for a second. Again, his walls keep his wood and his gold safe, and he built the blacksmith and archer range in front of the berries just to have a little bit more awareness. But ACCM researched Town Watch because of the paranoia. Where are his archers right now?
Is he even moving now? Oh, yeah, he's just defending. He's just defending. He's pulling his vills to the safe side of the mill, using his archers. Can he micro here? He doesn't have fletching just yet.
Yeah, Hera will actually be very happy to see this. He probably won't get too many kills here, but he's maybe paranoid that he would get pressured at home. And fletching being late for ACCM, kind of the reason he couldn't be in position. Also, the scouting could have arguably been a little bit better, but the micro, so good. And so clean.
I feel that the Tatars really want to be aggressive on this map to take advantage of the hills. If Hera's fighting and ACCM is downhill, then ACCM is simply foregoing the Tatars hill bonus.
He got some good hits there, man. I mean, he's got 6 archers versus 4. Hera's going to add a bit more, but like that's not bad at all. And it's all about getting to Castle Age now, which of course you need farms for. ACCM just kind of caught patrolling there.
What I don't like is archer versus archer for ACCM, though. Hera's micro is so good.
Yeah, I think, but if you have the hill like you said, you're probably feeling pretty comfortable, even if you're down in numbers. Hera moving forward confidently. He's got some weak units though. ACCM, I love the hesitation there. That was actually really nice micro from ACCM.
Great micro from ACCM on the hill. Hera's pushed back. He has to deal with another Jaguar. And ACCM, he doesn't have as many archers, but he's still managing to hold the hill.
Interesting. Horse Collar is just one of those upgrades that I never see players get in Archer Wars because you want, like, you just need to get to Castle Age and then you don't really need farms. I'm very surprised by that. And also surprised that he wasn't able to back away. And now Hera's numbers are going to start to climb very clean here from Hera.
That's what you want as the Maya. It's a numbers game, and you want your numbers as high as you can get them with the cheap archers.
And if you had skirms in this position, you have to kill the archers, T-West. If you do not kill the archers, you're staying in feudal age by spending so much food, and then they're just going to reach Castle Age and get to Eagles or Siege. So it's so important that ACCM keeps Hera active on the map and clears this up.
And it feels like the Tatars have maybe the stronger units by going Cav Archers, maybe even Step Lancers, but it's much harder to get to them than it is for Hera to get to those big, massive archers and the crossbows.
Well, yeah, and that's why Hera played such a cool, calm approach, right? He has the villager lead, he has the better economic civ, so he's going to play towards that. And ACCM just kind of played very reactive here, really for the first time this series. And it's just not looking good. There's no other way to say it. Hera is just clearing this up, no problem.
And this was also the very first home map and first home civ, or first civ pick for Hera, so something that if he's going to feel comfortable somewhere, it's here.
So let's see. If Hera sees one skirm, honestly, I mean, one skirm's no problem, but that should tell him that he needs to back off because there's likely to be more. I'm very surprised. Surprised we saw late Horse Collar. Surprised we saw like one range opening with Tatars. I think ACCM just lacked faith in himself. He tried to do something different, but it didn't really give him many opportunities so far. Here we go, though.
Here are the skirms, and look at Hera's resources. He's up to the Castle League soon. This is not even a fight that's that great for ACCM. He doesn't have the skirm numbers to take it. The hill's important, but skirm's going down to the archer mass.
Yeah, Hera does the right thing here. You get close. You get a couple volleys in where the skirms can't fire with their minimum range, and now you just got to back off. Hera will mix in an eagle out of the barracks, and he didn't lose too many at all, and it's super easy to replace those, so yeah, well played from Hera.
And Hera's up to the Castle Age 2. There's the market now for ACCM after Hera already clicked up, and ACCM can buy his way up, but it's going to be so much slower.
You know what you really need here if you're Hera? Not just a win, you just need like a boring game, right? Like the first 2 games are crazy, oh, chaotic, crowd's going crazy. You just need to be like, no, I'm just gonna smash, and we're just gonna play a cool, calm, collected game. You get 1 win back, and you get that feeling of dominance back. This has been just the perfect bounce back moment for Hera. It may be a bit early, it's not over yet, but like with Hera almost in Castle Age and ACCM still not having clicked with less army, it's going to be very dangerous.
And what do the Tatars do once they get up, when they see this big, massive crossbow win from Hera? Is this simply a situation ACCM does more skirms and somehow tries to take a fight?
You have to. Yeah, skirm is your only option now. You're hard committed to it. You hope to get enough skirms and trade, Hera will probably mix in some Eagles or some Siege, and then you would want to go with some reaction to that as well. It's just, unfortunately at this stage, you're in full react mode if you're ACCM with Hera's uptime.
Yeah, and ACCM doesn't even have his berries. His food eco has not been great. And Hera can just camp there, keep ACCM downhill, and do whatever he wants now. He can even go forward for a workshop. He can do Eagles. He can do the crossbow upgrades. Do you think Hera could even play it safe and just add a TC behind this pressure?
I think he could do a lot. Yep. I'm curious on what direction Hera's going to attack. I actually feel as though he should maybe attack from the left side, because that's where the gold and that's where the wood is. If you look back to Hera's scouting in the Dark Age and Feudal Age, I'm pretty sure he knows this, right? Woodline should be on the left, and then he also could see the gold. Yeah, so that's where I expect Hera to pressure from. I think he's making his way over there now.
Looks like he's going to do the workshop in the middle. We have the Vil coming forward. He already fought the Jaguar, so we know it's safe for the Vil. And he's just going to annoy those Palisades. Might even push the Feudal Age skirms with the crossbows if he's confident in his micro, which I'm sure Hera of all players is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really the biggest problem, right? Like, ACCM has to get in close. You get in close, you'll take losses. And ACCM drops some houses and a stone while he knows he needs to hold. I think he does have a market, which when you're getting pressured is really good to balance out your res here. So it gives him some chances. If he can get to Elite Skirm, get to his own Siege, this can still turn around for him.
All of his farms were idled there, though. Hera's so far ahead in resources right now and still fighting with the crossbows before the upgrades come in.
Yeah, Hera will boom as well behind. This is the land map that Hera needs to play, right? This is what I said, the Topuli is it. Hera gets a map like this, he's got everything within his control. You have plenty of space against any early aggro.
It feels
now
like the perfect Hera map, that it's open, but you're not close. So he has time to do exactly what he wants.
It's open, but it's like a fight to see who walls faster, a fight to see who macros a little bit better. Like, that's the type of map that Hera dominates on. And I like the patience here from Hera. I'm assuming he's going to be patient. I think now he just says, okay, he's really up against it. He can't boom. I'm just going to take down the archer ranges here.
Yeah, and that's great. He has the hill for the Mangonel. He doesn't need to push. He knows he's ahead in eco. He knows he's ahead in military count. And he knows that, yeah, ACCM can camp with the skirms, but he can't move out and counterattack.
Yeah, skirms are just so awkward. And you could maybe go defensive Siege Workshop if you're ACCM, and then counterattack with the skirms, because there's no Mangonels at home. That's the only thing that I can think of right now. I actually think he needs a defensive Siege Workshop, and maybe he does have one, actually.
It feels like he needs one, but at the same time, there it is, but that's slowing down your boom. And whatever you do, it feels like Hera is already ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think, like, if you think about it, one Mangonel can potentially defend from the crossbows and the Mangonels. And the skirms don't necessarily add anything there. So, like, it seems weird, but I think I would like to see the skirmishers from ACCM actually attempt to go forward and just take a risk here, because otherwise this is turning around really, really fast.
And that's a good point. Maybe all you need is a risk, because if you don't take risks, then it feels like you're kind of dead.
Yep. Yeah, he's got the Mangonels positioning here. Hera, 2 TCs, we'll have the third behind. Lead is going to continue to grow. We know that. But it does get a little bit harder to manage your micro when you're also expanding how much economy you're managing.
And great micro from Hera. There's a Mangonel. It's 4 Mangonels to 1 right now. This is a great push from Hera.
Yeah, and Hera knows he can lose a couple Mangonels, but he still refuses to lose them. Is he going to lose one? He will, but he'll take one as well, and he just backs away. Now he's taking another archer range, so pretty soon, no additional skirm production for ACCM.
And if ACCM doesn't have a Mangonel, he can't defend. He only has skirms, but Hera can move forward with the Mangonels, put them in front of the crossbows, and you get the Eagles too.
Yeah, it's just so tough for ACCM, dude. This whole game has just not been his game, right? Like, they both kind of did the same thing, but Hera had the better civ for it, and Hera's just outplayed him, and that's what the best players want. They want the opponent to try the same build, right? And usually they're going to out-execute. Maybe game 1 is an example of that not being the case.
Well, this is an example of Hera playing exactly the game he wants, on exactly the map he wants, on exactly the civ he wants, and having every single thing go his way.
Just dominance. Just dominance. Give no opportunities to the opponent, and take no risks, right? So Hera knows the longer this position stays, the more guaranteed he is a victory. He's not going to die. He's not going to do anything, but just push this town center right now. And ACCM needs a big shot now. or the TC's gonna go down.
He only needs a big shot. That's 1 versus 5 Mangonels. He needs more than a big shot. He needs 5 big shots. He needs to clear all of them to keep his repairs. And he's trying to use the Skirm, but he's hopping in and out of the TC with so many Mangonel shots. Keeps his Mangonel alive just for the moment. Gets another one.
That's so tough, though. I think that one can be focused down by the crossbows. It almost is. Hera
Gets
loses
one.
one, but Hera can dive and take the other one with the crossbows, no problem. And he takes the Mangonel
takes
as well.
both.
And
He
with
takes
that,
both.
the Skirms are going to come out, but the Skirms are going to die, and the TC's going to go down as well, and Hera knows it.
He's gonna kill all the bills. There's the GG from ACCM. And that's about as clean a game from Hera as we're gonna see.
Exactly. Like, this is the beauty of having a career where you have come back before, right? This is the beauty of losing games and turning it around before.
A good time actually for Costa Rica for ACCM because he has so many possibilities right now, and Hera isn't gonna be able to narrow that down the way he might want to.
Guys, there was so much energy in here. There was so much hype, all deservedly so, but Hera can turn this around and make it a 2-2 very, very quickly. He goes for one of his best civs, one of the best civs in the game, one of the best civs on this map, in my opinion, in the in the Portuguese, and ACCM on the other side going for a newer civilization in the Muisca.
And the Muisca, we saw them work very well against the Wu and the Fire Archers earlier on. Not quite the same matchup. Organ Guns won't have that weakness to the Quetra Warriors. That's actually the unique unit matchup I haven't seen so far, but I imagine the Organ Guns would be pretty good there.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking this through, I think the number one thing that players are thinking about is the unique units. Organ Guns, pretty damn strong, dude. It's a really tough unit when you have some eco to back it up. So I think priority number one for Hera is to defend on water, so you have the economy and the fish, and then maybe organs. For ACCM, it's like, I mean, your Civ does have really good monks here, right? But monks are really hard to control when you also have the water. So I don't love monks long term. I don't know about the Quecha Warriors. I just truthfully haven't seen the matchup against organs, but I think organs would beat them too. So I prefer the matchup for Hera. I think Portuguese are just too solid.
And do you think Hera and Luri might practice together and probably have some experience? We saw like Luri against Yo and the Portuguese in the previous matchup of like practicing with or practicing against Portuguese.
I think so. And I also think that Hera isn't going to fear Muisca to the same level as other civs because they don't have as many options, right? So like, because Muisca can't go like light cap approach, right? That eliminates some strategies. I think that most people are going to feel like Champies are just kind of a non-starter. So it really, Hera's got a lot of time to think about what he's going to be up against. And if I were Hera, I would think, I have the better civ, so let's just win water first, and then we get a defensive castle down. That's where my brain would be.
And also on the water, Hera has the extra HP on his ships.
Yep.
Along with a gold discount for the ships too. So I think the Portuguese clearly would be the better water civ, as long as you don't get too distracted, maybe losing land where you get pushed off of water if you're not paying attention, or if you just have to mismanage your eco in your ship production.
Now, there was a game with the Muisca. This is, I think, the most dangerous thing, right? There's a game with the Muisca where a player went super fast pressure, monks, but then you can also produce the temple guards from the monasteries. And the temple guard is 100 HP, it's got 12 base attack, it's melee, so it protects from scouts, right? I think Hera going scouts would be incredibly foolish here, because you can be ram pushed with temple guards and monks. I saw his teammate Hart die to it, sorry for bringing it up, he's our analyst here, he's very smart. And it's just, I think Hera should know, but that's the number one thing I'm thinking about actually from ACCM is like big monks and temple guarded ram pressure through the middle.
One other thing that makes it tricky though is the Champy, once you get to the feudal age, gets killed by the scout, and it's hard to know if you're going forward. What are you going forward into?
Yeah. Well, I think you take a little bit of a risk, right? And that risk is going to entail running into the darkness with some bills. It's unlikely Hera will be out there. Hera's going to send some bills to wood right now. And Hera's up very quickly, a bit faster than we've seen. So it seems like Hera's just going to play Navy for the time being and adapt from there.
And right now, I don't see any build going forward for Hera for those forward docks like we've seen in the past. Sometimes we've seen the players do the double forward docks with the early pressure on water. ACCM might take a fast castle approach. It feels like we see feudal water more than fast castling recently on this map, but I think a fast castle approach still can work.
It's guessing games, but if ACCM goes Temple Guard Ram, I think Hera's going to be fighting on water, and I think while he might kill some fishing ships, He might not be ready for Temple Guard Ram. I'm telling you, this opening from Hera opens him up to something, but there's got to be really critical timings for ACCM.
Yeah, there's more docks for Hera. He's going for the fishing eco. Do you really think the monk approach is the best one here?
Well, Temple Guards I do. I think you can go like 1 or 2 Temple Guards with Rams. The golds and stones are always on the front. This is definitely a fast castle from ACCM. Like, he's adding so many fish.
100% a fast castle. And the Portuguese, I mean, if you have a really long game against monks, they do also have Heresy in their tech tree. And also, just looking at this, because his scout's in the middle, that'll also help Heresy.
Okay, so I was double checking. We had 4 fishing ships in queue from ACCM. He didn't cancel them. This was not part of his plan. So he sees Hera go feudal, and much like that game he played against Tato where the siege tower bugged, he is adapting his game plan because he knows Hera's feudal time must mean some type of navy. So he's actually going to slow down whatever build he had, mix in some defensive ships, but he has to choose the correct ship here. I would probably just make some Hawks here, and if you make Hawks against the galleys, maybe you have some issues.
Oh, he's opening the
Oh,
gate.
you can't
Like
do
the
that.
Scout. That is awful. He's letting the scout in. He's going to lose the champion.
That's
And
so-
Hera can just go out. The gate will be open.
There are things that are just simply unacceptable. Letting Hera into your base here could be very, very dangerous, but he didn't lose his champion.
Lose it. And now it's walled out from this. Now he can scout the middle.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Hera's going to take that invitation.
Does he click bloom as soon as he's up?
Maybe.
Because the scout's in. He needs to protect his vills.
I always convince myself I'm never going to lose a Vil because the Scout's weak, and then like 2 minutes later I lose a Vil.
Is ACCM convinced?
So there's the market. So Hera's like, oh, okay, he's going fast castle. That's good. But he doesn't. How many docks did Hera see? That's really critical here. I think he didn't see them. He saw 2, he didn't see 3. Yeah, so Hera will think that it's just fast castle with no defensive boats, and he'll find out in a second that might not be the case.
Yeah, but he'll scout the fish. And the galleys will get right in, but galleys are not
the
that good at
Vils.
destroying fish.
They'll loom on those Vils.
They'll loom on the Vils.
So easy to forget that.
2 Vils there on the fish, killed by galleys and the scout.
Yeah, I think those Vils probably die regardless, to be honest with you, just because the galleys are always going to be there. But the scout being there certainly didn't hurt, and Hera's got to be happy with his opening so far. Lots of early pressure and initiative.
And the scout even hitting the fish.
Yeah, she's being annoying, right? It's so frustrating. It's also really difficult to get fishing ships back to work at times, so...
And ACCM's up to the Castle Age. I don't think he clicks Bloom before going up to the Castle Age. It's just even riskier with the Scout still in your base.
Well, I mean, I guess the logic is, well, I lost 2 Vils already. If I research Loom, I'm down a third. So we just go no Loom here. But he doesn't want to go too far. Hera's got a very big Navy count. You can just tell the pressure from Hera is mounting here. And ACCM, you can feel it as well. Hera's got that 1 extra step on him right now.
And that Scout just in the base, but ACCM was healing the Champy. Hera adding a stable.
Yep.
So this is just Scouts anticipating maybe that Bulk Rush. They heal Champy, he's not enough.
Oh, dude, he's trying to... The healing is so slow inside the TC, and he really thought that he could heal it up and then kill the Scout, but he loses it anyways.
The Champy's just so weak.
Yeah, Hera's just on top of it. And look at the resources as well from Hera, right? This is calculated. He's gone for some Navy. He still has a dock behind adding fish. It's actually very complicated to make this work. And the weakness would be that his opponent can push the middle, but his opponent can't go to the middle freely right now because of no scouting. And Hera, well, he's not going to see it anyways.
Yeah, freely in the middle is ACCM. He's 30 seconds away from the Castle Age. Hera doesn't have a Scout in the queue, so he won't spot it.
So, I think you need to get warships because you can't lose water. And I think you also need to go Monastery Siege Workshop, and it's hard to do that all at once. So, let's see. Hera's going to go Blacksmith.
ACCM still has stone that he could sell if he needs to rebalance his economy. Hera with the gate will be able to have vision of those Vils.
There's the warships upgrade. Is he walling in front?
Oh! He's walling inside the
God!
diagonal gate
You
with the
can
monastery.
build through the diagonal walls, and he knows that. That is part of the strategy. He can start sending temple guards in through the wall.
There's no way Hera expected this. There's no way Hera knew about this.
And-
ACCM getting some revenge for that siege tower that didn't work. Now he knows he can go through the gate.
Guys, ACCM read the handbook 16 different times on the flight over here, I'm sure, right? He's known this is possible, and he's like, is it allowed? Is it referenced? There was nothing in this multi-page handbook, I'm sure, and he is going to try and send units. I mean, that's so rough for Hera, right? Because now the military units can just funnel in, but he's just building a great house wall over here. So far, units haven't made it through.
Those houses don't have much HP on them. That's so much wood to spend on houses,
Yeah.
too, if you're Hera.
It
That's
is.
going to mess up your economy.
It is, and he has to focus on water right now as well. So the additional scout in the middle is a problem. There will probably be a ram eventually to take down this wall. It's still winnable game from Hera, but that's crazy. Like, that is unbelievable. That is taking advantage of the patch or the, the game.
Yeah, that's just how diagonal gates work.
I would be real frustrated right now from Hera because that's like not really intended, right? And it feels exploity-ish, right? But he knows, he hasn't paused, he hasn't asked anyone. He knows that ACCM found something tricky, and he's gonna have to stop.
Oh, he's leaving the ram unprotected. If he's inside, he can't protect the ram. If he's inside, he can't protect the ram.
True.
It's backfiring on ACCM.
Oh no, this is the downside. Oh, that's so good from Hera though. I mean, I loved adding the scouts regardless, but adding the scouts and getting the value here is huge. Yeah, it's completely wasted Siege Workshop because you can't get units there.
Is this actually a good strat if Hera reacts to it properly?
I think with Hera reacting to it, maybe not, but there's still the Navy to worry about on this map, and we can't forget that. There's also town centers that can be added. ACCM's dropping TC number 2. Hera's fishing ships for now are protected, but there's 13 fishing ships for ACCM.
And if ACCM starts adding monks, then he has the weird situation where the monks are inside Hera's walls, and if he wants to use light cap to snipe monks, he needs to delete something.
I think, like, Hera's convincing himself that ACCM is all in, and that
There's the gate there to snipe with light cap if he wants to.
but, like, ACCM's gonna boom here, T-Best. He's adding eco, he's actually adding a siege tower, but wait, bro, you can't, like...
He can siege tower on the other side. Oh, wait, he's in. He converted a build. He wants to quick wall with that villager.
If he builds a monastery, he can make another church in there. What is happening?
I don't know what ACCM's doing. His monk gets sniped off. Hera can use the gate.
I mean, the siege tower you can't get there, bro.
Oh, unless you delete the house and go from the diagonal?
No, you can't get back, right?
Trust me, ACCM must have practiced for 10 hours with siege towers after that last game. He has learned everything there is to learn about the siege tower.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, because I thought you could never get your units back.
But over a diagonal, you can.
Well, it was really sad for ACCM when he got screwed by the siege tower before, but clearly that led to him learning a couple things over the last, 48 hours. It's crazy.
He'll lose with the siege tower in the group stage if it means he wins the playoffs. And looks like Hera's taking a great fight on the water.
Yeah, it's huge.
And he should win the water now. But, I mean, ACCM, he's had enough time on the water to get his land eco going with the TCs.
So normally, I wouldn't say you want to eject here, but if there's a diagonal gate, I think you can do that and get back.
And now he can ram through the wall and get inside again. ACCM is starting to add villas to stone. He might be thinking of getting positioned for a castle chop eventually.
Here's the thing. This is all really exciting. The siege tower, the ram, the wall, the gate, whatever. Exciting for everyone but the devs and the admins. But the gold is still there for Hera. He hasn't lost his gold. He doesn't need a stone because he's taking another stone. And Hera could have a free fish boom. So I think, like...
Can ACCM eject diagonally over the houses somehow?
That would be a new one. I don't think you can eject over
I
houses.
think if you place like your own wall foundation, I think you can. You can
T-West is
eject
doing
over
the
your
math.
own wall.
We got action on water on both sides. Siege tower is trying to eject, but it can't eject over the house. Fishing ships could go down here for ACCM. That's a big portion of his eco lead. Hera builds a gate there. Actually, cannot siege tower over an enemy. Well, actually, I guess you can go over the enemy gate. I don't actually know, to be honest.
You can't go over the gate.
But he did, though, with the diagonal, so
well,
it's a different type of...
well, that's a different. He didn't go over the gate. He garrisoned. He didn't ungarrison.
I see. Did Hera lose fish in the north? Because if he didn't, he's about to have full water control. It looks like he's about to have full water control, but maybe not. There's some fires here from ACCM.
Even more important than the water, though, I think 52 actual villagers to 46 villas, and ACCM is starting to get a land eco lead too, not just on the water.
Hera not having Bodkin arrow is such a big deal here. I don't think he realizes because he's so focused. Like, he's got primarily war galleys with no Bodkin. So this semifinal has showed you even the very best players just put under so much pressure, they will miss a couple technologies. It can make a big difference.
This is why I love Coast Arena so much. It gives us these absolutely insane games. Here's ACCM going back to... I don't think he put the monks in the siege tower, but he's just going to run that around and chill with it.
Okay, so he researched Atonement already, so he can convert Hera's monks. He's getting Redemption now, so he can convert Hera's siege. And he has the Temple Guards in the siege tower to protect from the scouts. ACCM's moment is coming now, T-West. The Vils are going to be moving out any second, and he is going to try and take Hera off the gold and the stone where that TC is. I guarantee it. The Vils have got to be moving. ACCM would never wait. There they are.
There he goes. And if Hera has monks, ACCM can hop in and out of the siege tower to break the conversions. Oh, this is such a good castle drop from ACCM.
But he has to see all the siege. He has to see all the siege. The outpost is critical because the siege could snipe a castle foundation. Things could go very wrong. Or very right. And Hera may react with his own castle. There's no siege.
If he hops inside, he can stop siege, though.
I actually would have loved a more aggressive castle, to be honest. But it is going to go
I think
up.
it's good enough. I think it's good enough. It hits the gold, it hits the stone, and he's still fighting on water. He still has some fires down there fighting the war galleys.
Absolutely, and he might push back and kill Hera's fish. I think Hera's looking in the north. Hera goes there. Hera loses some siege. He loses some monks. He loses some scouts. This is horrible for Hera as he's building a counter castle. But wait, Hera has more Vils.
But ACCM has a siege tower. If he can just annoy those Vils and get his own castle up, he's okay.
Temple Guards are out. Hera needs to focus down the Vils. ACCM needs to finish this. He needs to finish this fast. It's not going to be enough. He needs more Vils now. I've done the math. It's not going to be enough. It's denied. And organ guns can come out of the castle now.
97.45%, and Hera denies the castle, but more Vils are coming forward. He can use the siege tower to get the castle up.
Hera needs to wall on the other side of it, or otherwise that castle's going up. He's coming with Vils. It's going to be too late.
The castle's going to go up. The castle will go up. And we can see Petards and Rams now.
Yeah, I think going for Rams immediately is the play, and the Siege Workshop's already up for ACCM, and it's not for Hera. Also, Hera can't really take gold right now. So yeah, tough situation for Hera. There's 4 relics for ACCM. There's 2 TCs for ACCM. His eco hasn't been taken out. So he's doing a good job, and he's also outposting the right side. So if he sees anything from Hera, he's going to see that he's exposed there.
And this entire game, he has 2,000 res collected more than Hera. His eco is in the right spot. And looking at ACCM's resources, he's going to go up to Imp. It's risky if he maybe dies to a full-on castle edge
It's
on his
incredible.
castle. But if he gets Trebs, I think he just wins the game.
What ACCM is doing today is truly incredible. So often you can find 1 or 2 things to surprise Hera, but Hera will stabilize. ACCM has found the 5th, the 6th, the 7th adaptation, right? And you're just not used to that being possible, right? How he's been able to stabilize this game, how he's been able to find the moments in this game is truly incredible. And yeah, good luck. Temple Guards are out, Hera, and you're going to lose villagers there.
Oh, here comes a Mangonel. That Mangonel is scary for the Rams, but not for the Temple Guards. If Vils are fighting the Rams, they're not protecting the Mangonel. They're not in the TC.
You got to get back in the tower. Gets back in the tower. Tower goes down. Hera keeping it up for now. Hera holding on. Hera doesn't know his opponent's on the way to the Imperial Age. He is holding again. This could have killed him. He's still in this game.
That's a ton of idle time, though, on all those Vils who are fighting and repairing and just trying to stay alive. And that's getting ACCM closer and closer to Imp, closer and closer to Trebs.
He's going to hold this, though. Like, it's incredible. He converts the only one that was healthy there, so he'll clear that. This is now access to stone. He has 1 organ gun protecting. He's pressuring on water. Like, there's a lot of good things to say about Hera's position, despite all the pressure he's taking. But you're right. How does Hera deal with Trebs? He has to take down the castle.
He has to take down the castle, and then ACCM can also just make a safer castle if he wants to.
Yeah.
Or does Hera go for an aggressive castle with all that stone?
I think the castle is getting retarded down, though. Like, that castle is low HP, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. He might not make many Trebs.
He needs to find a way to get some type of advantage from the Imperial Age. He's doing Bodkin now, but his push is kind of stalled out.
Yeah, it is. And he's pushed off the stone here as well. Oh, man. Hera, he was not expecting this type of series. I think people looked at the bracket just because ACCM and Yo started so slowly this tournament. Everyone was like, oh man, they barely made it through to the final stages. They're going to have problems. But Hera has problems there, deletes 2 Mangonels. That's worth it for ACCM.
Castle's there. Will he get a Treb? More Petards from Hera just to stop the Trebs. And ACCM is up 3-1.
Dude. We have called ACCM the chef for years. And it feels like his restaurant is finally in business right now.
It feels like some justice after that failed siege tower earlier on, too.
Whew. Guys, this is something. ACCM sees it. He's going to walk off stage here, take a bit of a break. Crowd's cheering him on. The job is not done yet for ACCM. He needs all of his strategies to pan out here. So far, it's gone well, but we've seen Hera turn it around before as well. Hera's really been pushed to his limit right now. Hera will need 3 straight wins. Can he do it is the question. Coming up next, it is going to be one of ACCM's maps on Festa de Polvora. And ACCM, 3 remaining maps. He just needs 1 win to send himself into that final.
Just needs 1 win, and it will be the map with the explosive gunpowder barrels. You have several bases with palisade walls surrounding them. You destroy the gunpowder barrels, and you break in.
I actually think this is the hardest map remaining for Hera. Just based on the maps and the civs, it's just a theory of mine. Like, I think if Bohemians are played perfectly, they're very difficult to break. Maybe I'm wrong on that. The civ priority on their draft would tell you Hera's very happy here, but here we are.
There are monkeys on the tree in the middle. They added this in the DLC, and it goes right in the middle of this crazy map.
Yep, and if there's some way to transport temple guards into the opponent's base through the monkeys, I'm sure ACCM's familiar, because what he did in the previous game was not something I thought was possible. But explain to me, like, kind of how the map works here. This is very different.
Yeah, so we have a 9-vil start, but you have 3 vills in each of your 3 bases. Around the sides, you have 1 with food. We see that now. The players usually delete the walls and move that to the center. You don't really have much in the center. And here we have a game pause.
No update on our side. I'm assuming we have a restore or a restart. It's probably too early to get a restore.
Probably too early to restore as they load in. I can hear the animals, so I think they're getting into it.
Yeah, all right. So let's see. Is it the same game or we're back in? Yeah, we just got a bit of a restart here. So this is officially game number 5. And same things apply. We'll have to repeat ourselves. Maybe for some viewers later on YouTube, you have these different sections on the map. And typically you're going to see the players delete part of their wall so they can walk out and bring some hunt back home. So there's Hera in the blue playing as the Way. And then we have ACCM, who's going to be playing in the red, playing as the Bohemians. And 1 win away from going to the grand finals here at Brazilian Dynasty.
Right, and as we were talking earlier before the restart, you have a 9-vil... Wait, what?
ACCM scout is stuck in the board, bro.
Wait, what? What just happened there?
His scout, we don't want to replay. We don't want to replay. Bad replay. His scout is stuck in the board. And Hera's is kind of his...
What? What? I mean, Nilly's around here somewhere. Is there a pathfinding bug he needs to, like, come fix live?
I think we should all blame the map scripter. Who would that be?
I think he's in the back room right now.
I think that's you.
Okay, this was the first game.
Was the first. So the first game, Hera's scout got stuck, and then they just tried it again, and ACCM scout got stuck.
What?
The Boars are fighting back here at Brazilian Dynasty.
What?
Thousands
I've
of
never
Boars
seen this before.
Thousands of Boars have died, and finally they have united to take down mankind. Oh no! Well, is this because we went to the steakhouse last night? Are they getting revenge?
I think they are. I mean, Nilly is a vegetarian, though. They shouldn't be taking revenge on his pathfinding.
Yeah, true. All right, well, round 3 of trying to play this map. We have seen instances now twice where the Boars have somehow captured the scouts. So we'll have to direct our attentions there. Bohemians Way, yet again, ACCM 1 win away from going to the finals here.
1 win away?
1 win away, and he's against the Way. But okay, so Hera's able to block.
Okay, this is looking like it should look.
That's fine.